how to take data from a cemetery website and how to enter that into a spreadsheet to make it really more usable for you in your research. So I'll take an example here from the Ogden City Cemetery. So you can go to the website. Most websites now have a fair amount of their information, or cemeteries have their information on a website. So on this one, you can just click on these records here that are available online, and it pulls up a little search window, and it gives you a few different options to search. But the nice thing is this has an interactive map over here as well, so you can kind of see where different things are. But you just come in and pick you can either put deceased name or mother or father's name, birth and death dates. So a lot of different ways to search here, but I'm just going to go by name. And I'm just going to start with the last name. I'm not even going to put a first name in here. And that will give me a broad result. And we'll start with Cap, and then we'll apply that, and it will pull up all the different people who are buried here with that name. And you'll see the first one here is Marin Cap Agard, and then we scroll down and you'll see Grace Cap Holden, and then Albertine Cap Holden. You start seeing the cap with double P. So most of these searches will show you also the variations of the spelling, as long as you get the first part correctly. So KAP will also bring up KAPP. Anyway, so we go through, we see a lot of different results here. And so what I would normally do is just start entering these, and you could put these in a split screen. If you have two monitors, it's even easier. But I'll split the screen, and I'll make this a little smaller. Okay, so I have my spreadsheet here a little bit smaller on the left, and I've got my cemetery website on the right, and I won't worry so much about the map here, but if I were on a larger monitor, not my laptop, or on dual monitors especially, it'd be a lot easier to do this. But what we'll do is we'll just kind of transcribe this information. So we'll scroll down here. Let me just take those that just have the Cap surname. So this one is actually baby Cap, so an infant that passed away. The birth date listed there is 4/16/1907. I'll always enter these first with the year, 1907, and then the month, and then the date. And that allows for, again, for sorting. If you go in and use the sort function, it will be right in order if you list it that way. And then the death date, same thing, 1907-04-16. And you can see here that Excel wants to go in and reformat these for me. So if that happens, I just highlight those columns. I hit Control-1, and I make this just a text entry instead of a date. And that will change it back. So I can go back in. So I should have formatted those beforehand. But anyway, so that's the way we'll do this. So we'll go through and enter baby Cap, and then we'll go to the next one, Betty Ray Cap. Now, the other thing you'll want to do, here of course these are going to be Ogden City Cemetery, and the burial plot location is one that's really useful. So the nice thing is that's all listed here. So for Betty, I would put in E538-3E, and this will allow you to go in and group these into areas of the cemetery when you want to go actually visit. If we go to the baby Cap one, this is in Annex 21, 15, 5W2, and we just keep entering these. And as you go down, you've got the map here on the right here where you can kind of see where these are at. But the cemeteries will also have a map available to you, a paper map that will show you where each parts of these, but you'll be able to sort by this first part of the location. And then you can group them together, and as you walk around the cemetery, you make sure you don't miss anybody, because sometimes they're hard to find unless you know that you're looking for them. So once I go through and populate this, say I get 20 different entries for my family from this cemetery. It looks like here there might be a lot more than that for just the Cap name, and then of course I could go and search for others, but we could continue here. So here is actually how you will filter. We've got a little bit longer list here together now. So you come up here and just highlight somewhere in the top column, click on the filter button up here, and of course you need to be in the data tab. So if you're starting out home, come over here to data at the top, then click on filter, and it gives you that little drop down arrow on each of the columns. So with any of those, you can click that arrow and filter or sort by it as well. But here we want to filter and say we're going to pick anybody in the annex, and so we would just, you could click on those three, or you could even use a text filter and click contains and type annex and then hit OK, and now you'll see any of those that have annex in the name just show up. So that's a quick way to go and figure out where exactly or which section, but probably you don't have such a long list that you'll need to use the filter function. Probably using sort will be plenty, so you can turn off filter here. Just come up here right next to filter, click sort, also under the data tab, and then just pick burial plot location, and it will sort it from A to Z. Click OK, and there you are. And so what you'll see here immediately is you've got a couple in Annex 5 right next to each other, so these should be quick, and of course this was a husband and wife, so that's not surprising. And then you've got several down here in the J's, and you'll see that they're grouped often like this. So again, that's how you're going to take it and map out your plan as you get to the cemetery as far as where to visit.